Hello, I'm Oscar Hotel 2, Foxtrot Tango Golf. And well, it just was the SRAL 2026 Hamfest here in Finland, the largest local one, and I kinda adored the videos Peter Porter VK3Y makes of like what followed him home from the Hamfest, so I figured I might as well do one myself once again. So here's the pile I paid of stuff I have actually paid money for. And here's the stuff I didn't pay any money for. So let's start from here. This I bought at a military surplus store while there, so I'm grouping it here. It's I paid 25 euros and it's a East German military field telephone. A very German one, even if East German, with all these intricate mechanics and everything else. It's pretty neat. And I didn't have an East German one before. Well, while at the same military surplus shop, I bought one genuine plug of this type because I didn't have any in my stocks, and I once or twice have had a need for one. Then, for 10 euros, I bought an old Inmarsat big gun terminal, no battery, but a very neat compass in it. Yeah, these have reportedly, after buying it, I was told, don't buy it. These have a GPS bug. The GPS apparently doesn't deal well with the weak rollover, so it doesn't work even if you buy a connector for it. So the Explorer 500s have this issue, apparently. So it will be a teardown, maybe even a video at some point. But yeah, mostly bought it because hey, it was 10 euros. I wanted to look inside of it. This palm one I got also configured. The one is got old IP phone, but it is in this SIP home hobbyist network here in Finland. Got it configured for the same price. But I think I paid 5 euros. It's fine. Yeah, no power supply, but it eats PoE, and I have a PoE switch and injectors. Also bought this, paid 10 euros. It had, and I think still has, these specs. So it's a 4th gen i5, but I bought it for the case. My brother made a LAN party machine with my mini ITX, and I thought, hey, I might as well, and I came across this, and 10 euros is not too much for a case, especially when it has a power supply and everything, and some stuff inside of it. These were 3 euros each, so 3.7 to 8 gig mixer from Mini Circuits, some mystery mixer that I'll get to measure with my FSIQ. 5 to 6, I think, gig band hybrid, so it's a 180 degree one, and a normal 5 gig band power splitter. So got these for some 5 gig stuff, and this likely also those 5 gigs as just this one. So this is what I paid money for. So here's the stuff I didn't pay money for. So obviously this is not a very cheap one, and I got it so that I can install it at a local radio club. So I'll have to fabricable a mounting bracket for it to roof mount it, and select a suitable PoE injector for it. It needs a passive one because, while it can be PoE powered, if you run mesh core on it, which it supports, the power draw on the PoE side is so low that most of the PoE sources will turn off because they don't think there's anything loading down. But it is like a Meshtastic mesh core compatible outdoor mountable thing, and it will go and become a mesh core node most likely. Yeah, nice thick power cord. This was from the free to take pile. This is a mic for the Mopira old school 24 and 25 series one. I have an 85 megahertz RB25 which is synthesized, doesn't have channel crystals, that I'm converting to 4 meters, and this will go and become its microphone. This I don't actually know. It says it's some sort of battery analyzer. It says 10 euros, but it was on the free pile at the end of the Hamfest. No idea outside of that, except that it is heavy and eats mains and has a fan. So mostly price of admission for an adventure was hauling it home. It analyzes batteries of some style, like it can charge and discharge or something. So uses these plug-in modules. This likely fits battery packs for some device, but this is, I think, pretty decently convenient for that. Ferrite bar antenna. Maybe we'll go into an 80 meters rig map, maybe might not. So like a radio reaction finding 80 meters one. Well, a knob. We'll go into likely as a selector into an antenna tuner or something. CF card to PCMCA as far as I'm aware. Assuming it works, it will go into a CMU or CRTU RU. Spectrum analyzer, the digital test set. A piece of a mil-C connector. I have a pile of different mil-C connectors, so this will go into that pile. A tuner, a Matsuhita made one from some VCR, I think. I already looked inside of it. It's a fully analog one, so no PLLs or anything, just a 33 volt tuning voltage and a RCA RF connector. Yeah. And something to receive with the radio or something made with this. This was from a very, let's just say, anatomically shaped 863 meg transmitter. Can't find any data for the Gamma GA9 chip it has. I think this is the stereo modulator. Also maybe the PLL, because there's a crystal for it. At least on this top side of the can, there's just some SMDs and so on. So if there's a PLL, it's on the other side. But didn't feel like trying to separate it at the Hamfest. This is some neat chip with some ALC. If nothing else, this might survive and go into some DIY rig build. This is reportedly some ancient firewall, like 10-20 years at least. Why do I have it? It was red. And the case is steel. So it might have had a front panel something here, but you can see there's LEDs behind it. So worst comes to worst, I'll just evict its previous occupant and do something else with it, or use it as a switch in the lab or something. It's 12 volts, so pretty okay. Yeah, I don't think I will make a video of it, but I might post on like Mastodon some images of what it looks on the inside when I do it. Yeah, an MD95, sorry, not 95, 94. Nokia made, well, Mobira, Nokia made an MT450. I have once modified one of these and I might do it again for this one after repairing the original whip antenna a bit. But it is modified to 70 centimeters and it's a bit involved. These have an OTP ROM and it's annoying to remove and put in a new 28 series flash one in it, because it talks to this line, to the main thing. So there's a bus, and this runs a full microcontroller and firmware, same size as the main radio. So there's that. It also disassembles pretty easily, which makes it pretty amusing radio. So yeah, made in Finland by Nokia Mobira, even if the handset only says Mobira. I already looked inside of this and it looks very original, and the battery is also heavy. So it has the original likely lead acid cells in it. Or let's see, it doesn't tell me if it's lead acid or NiCad, but I will figure that out. But it has some heft to it still. Then you get this tiny nugget and you can see that the main connection to everything is like the power connection is an D9 and there's just a pin header for the handset. Then the handset itself, there was a car kit, but I didn't want it, so I only took the holder. And inside it looks like this, and this looks like an DTMF receiver for some reason in it, but yep. yeah, somebody was already in here. Don't know if it's alright or if it was just they decided not to modify it because it's so involved. This is on RD 58 dBH, so 25 kilohertz UHF radio for 70 centimeters. It has this tape here, which means I know where it came from, which is from our local radio club, and I also know its previous owner because I recognize their call sign, and it says that the receiver is deaf, which is something I can work around with. I can just repair it. This is some Panasonic made NMT. I suspect this was the phone number of it. It's an old mobile phone. Just grabbed it because I haven't looked inside any of these ever. No modifications to a 70 centimeters radio that I know of, so I will just look inside of it. Unlikely to be a video, but who knows. This was according to the sticker, an Ericsson C-Series 702 test unit of some sort. I just got it, this was in the free pile, I just got it out of the curiosity. Even the BNC connector is dented and damaged, so this will mostly just be me looking inside of it. But weird setup. And like, I'm not gonna complain, like it came with an FMA to BNC adapter, so hey, win. But yeah, you can see that which story was longer out of these two. But yeah, this was what I got from that Hamfest. I will likely modify it, or at least this at some point. I will first turn it on and see if it works at all, because that's usually what you should do before you start modifying an old NMT phone into any surplus rig really, that you turn it on before taking it apart, because if it's not working, then you will have a terrible time debugging that was it your modification that broke it, or was it broken to begin with. So that's what I'll do with this, and it will be interesting to see if the ancient battery holds even a minute of charge, but looking at the amount of white fur it has, I suspect the answer is 0, and it's just leaked NiCads inside of it. Yep, this was Oscar Hotel 2, Foxtrot Tango Golf.